What's up, cookies? You're probably wondering why I am in the same outfit. Yeah, that is because I'm making all these videos at one time. So I wanted to come to you guys and talk about my labor and delivery story. I know I'm really late with it. My son is now 2 months. Um, but I'm just gonna probably make it very short because he's sleeping right now and I don't want to wake him up. But yes. Um, my due date was October 19th, 2013. My son was overdue 4 days. So by the fourth day, no, actually the fifth day, is when they decided to induce me, which was October 21st, which I believe was on a Monday or a Tuesday. Yeah. So, I went to the hospital. They started me on the little pill. There's this little pill that they insert into your vagina to start your labor. But according to the nurse, I was contracting because she was looking at the monitor and I'm just laying in the bed and she's like, do you feel that? And I'm like, no. This is before she started the pill. I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. And she's like, you're contracting right now. I'm like, really? Oh, okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, this is great. Okay, this is what it feels like. Okay, cool. I mean, I know it's going to get worse, but if this is like the beginning process, then I can take this. I'm a G. I'm a rider. I can do this. So basically, every 4 hours she would come and insert this pill. um, I wasn't dilating. By the third pill, which by then is about 12 hours in, she's checking to see if I dilated. I only dilated 1 freaking centimeter. So I'm laying there and I'm having stronger contractions, but I'm taking it. Everything's good. But then they started coming on stronger. So I'm hollering for the pain drip, which I don't remember what the name is, but there is a drip that you can take um, without having to get the epidural right away. So I took the drip because I was going to not get the epidural. I was going to ride it out and stick in there and just get the pain drip. And, whatever happens, happens. Okay. So that was October 21st. So the next day, I'm still in labor, and I'm still only dilated 1 centimeter. So at that point, it was like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning on October 22nd. At that point, they decided to give me the Pitocin. I'm not sure when or what time it was that I got the Pitocin. So Pitocin is a drip that they give you to make you go into active labor, I believe. So I got the Pitocin. And then the contractions started to roll in, the real deal. For you ladies who do not have any children yet, with my experience, labor feels like period cramps on 1,000. That's what it feels like. Period cramps on 1,000. It just feels like, I always get cramps in my gut. So right in, my pelvis area, I get them real hard in my pelvis area. And that's what it felt like. And of course, I haven't had a cramp in 9 months. So, it's not like I forgot what they felt like, but that's exactly what they felt like, is period cramps times 1,000. So, by the third, and I mean by the third, I'm about to say cramp, by the third contraction on the Pitocin, I'm begging for the epidural. I'm begging. At this point, I'm holding my husband's hand. I'm squeezing his hand. I'm cussing at the nurse and begging and pleading with her at the same time. And I'm literally In one voice, I'm saying, please, 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 please give me this epidural. In the second voice, I'm like, you need to hurry up and get, I'm like being nice and mean at the same time. And I kid you not, when you're in labor, you're not going to remember half of the stuff you do. But I know I was screaming at her, but I was also crying and begging her at the same time. So, you know, it took the anesthesiologist 45 minutes to get to me to give me the epidural. Now, mind you, I asked for the epidural on the third contraction on the Pitocin, and I had to wait 45 minutes from that point, and she would not give me any more of the pain drip that I was originally getting. So I'm literally screaming and hanging off the bed. Okay, so 45 minutes has passed. I'm tired. I'm dilated, maybe about 4 centimeters, four centimeters by now. And here comes the anesthesiologist. Now, again, for those of you women who have not had a baby, the epidural does not hurt. I don't know if it's because I had a little extra love pounds on me, but the epidural did not hurt me at all. I didn't even feel the needle going into my back that where he numbed the area where he was going to put the needle for the epidural. No, I didn't even feel anything. So I was relieved. I was already scared about that anyway. However, I was having hard contractions while he was doing the epidural. So you have to try not moving. Try getting a cramp that's so big that you can't even move 1 inch because you have a needle in your back. Yeah. So, okay. So now I have the epidural. Now I'm feeling good. I'm like, yes, thank you, Jesus, because I can't feel my legs. So at that point, I'm happy because if I can't feel my legs, then I can't feel any contractions. I'm ready for this boy to come out of me. I'm happy. I'm relaxed. So they have to give you a catheter because you will not feel the urge to pee. And I got my catheter. I'm like, great. I don't have to get up. If I got to pee, this little tube right here is just going to, you know, the pee is going to be gone. So it's going to go into this little pan or whatever. So I don't have to get up and do anything. I felt great. So by then, my doctor, my midwife, my doctor, I'm in the hospital, just so you know. And they're looking at the screen and they're looking and not talking. They're very quiet. It's like that moment, like what's, you know, like that scratching their chin moment. And I'm, you know, watching TV, and then I'm just looking over at them. And I'm like, is there something wrong? They're like, we don't want to alarm you, but every time you contract, your baby's heart rate drops. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So I'm emotional now. I'm just like getting upset. I'm like, okay, all right, well, fine. So they're like, we're gonna have to do an emergency C-section. I'm like, let's go, let's get this done, let's get this baby out of me. They shaved me. I already had an epidural. The anesthesiologist and the rest of the crew took me to the operating room, and you know, of course, they pinch you and ask you if you feel that. So I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. They cut me open, and at first I didn't hear anything, and I was, you know, having a hard time breathing because I think I was a little nervous about the epidural, and I could, ooh, excuse me, and I couldn't breathe. So I'm just like, where's my baby? I'm trying to hear him, you know, cry. I don't hear anything. And then, you know, finally they brought him around. I heard a little faint cry in the background, and I'm like, oh, that's my baby. I'm like, he looks like me. He looks like me. So the lady brings him around. She bends over and let him kiss my cheek, and I'm just like so overwhelmed. It took them like 45 minutes to sew me back up before I could see my baby or hold my baby. I had the shakes from all the fluid. I thought I thought my body was going to go into shock, but I was shaking because of the fluid. But that is it. That is my labor and delivery story. I'm so happy to have my little munchkin. So Couldn't be happier. I would do it all over again. If I gotta get on the table and get cut again, I'll do it all over again. And I will be doing that hopefully in about a year or two.